Shalom. Allah start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, citations to those who let this pushing truth across four corners of the earth, all faith, truth, and sincerity. It's Amawana Bob back again, sitting. This one going to sitting about the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites that still put their hope and trust in this place, America, Babylon the Great. That don't believe that this place, America, Babylon the Great. Excuse me. That this place, Babylon the Great, is not gonna be destroyed. They think that this place is going to continue, and get better, and hopefully to get better. They're hoping for to get better, but it's not. This place, America, Babylon the Great, the so-called white man Esau, Edomite's kingdom is coming to an end. And the apostles and the elders, Brother Millstone, that had the words, that teach the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai, prophesying the downfall of this place, America, Babylon the Great, the words of the Lord, is gonna come true. It's not gonna fail. The so-called white man Esau, Edomite's kingdom, their rulership and plans, what they have and have in mind and want to do is gonna fail. But the words of the Lord Yahweh Shai, the prophecies, of the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and the prophecy of the so-called white man Esau, Edomite devils, of the kingdom rulership going down and coming to the end, it's not gonna fail. It's gonna show and prosper. It's gonna happen. And you're seeing it now. You're seeing this place this place going down. If you're not seeing and paying attention, you don't think this place is going down, then you're just in delusion. The Lord Yahweh Shai got you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites in delusion. 2/3 Israelites, But 2/3 Israelites, hey, they're gonna continue just being this mind frame of want to continue to be in America and not get out the philosophies and the they don't want to get out the matrix. They want to stay in the lies and deceptions that the so-called white man Esau Edomites continue to push on them, and they're gonna believe it, but it's gonna lead them to nothing but death and destruction. That's what come to you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites, 2/3 Israelites that continue to trust in this place, America, Babylon the Great. But I'm getting to Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, except the Lord, Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So woe means destruction. So destruction to the rebellious children. Who are the rebellious children, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites? 2/3 Israelites. Because the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites is gonna, being obedience, in obedience, in the word of Lord Yahweh Shai and what the apostles and elders, Brother Greatness don't teach, gonna be, and trusting the Lord Yahweh Shai, in His truth, and not mocking it or not believing in it. The elect gonna believe and have faith until the end. They gonna trust the Lord Yahweh Shai, and His word until the end. But 2/3 Israelites, they gonna be rebellious. They not gonna get, they're not gonna get in order. And they're not gonna believe in what the apostles and elders and programmers don't teach. They just blinded by the things of this world. The distraction and the pleasures of this world. They're caught up in it. They don't want to come to the truth. They rather believe what the so-called white man Esau might tell them. They don't want to believe their own people what they telling you according to the scriptures. You'll believe the so-called white man Esau Edomite devils. You'll believe the so-called white man Esau Edomite devil before you believe your own. Before you believe the apostles, the elders, Brother Millstone to teach the word of the Lord, and give you to you correctly, in the right way, leading you in the right direction, with understanding of the word Lord Yahweh Shai, prophecies and so forth, history. But you 2/3 Israelites, you rather, trusting what the so-called white man Esau might devils tell you. You taking that covering. You take the covering of Donald Trump or whatever, whoever, a philosophy of, Muslim, uh, or whatever, right? These other philosophy and doctrines that's not gonna deliver you so-called Negro, Native Israelites from the wrath and destruction that the Lord Yahweh Shai gonna bring, So y'all just adding sin to sin, man. Y'all not repenting. Y'all might think that y'all might think your sins forgiven by the Lord, but y'all call on Jesus, but that's not the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord is Yahweh Shai, in the Hebrew, But you 2/3 Israelites think that you just call on Jesus and you save or whatever, or keep going to these churches that don't have the truth, the spirit of Lord Yahweh Shai on them. They teaching these prospering doctrine, everything gonna be okay, whatever. It's not gonna deliver you, Not in these times, and going forward, the wrath and judgment of Lord Yahweh Shai, The only ones that's gonna escape the wrath and judgment of the Lord Yahweh Shai is the elect, or the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites. But on this verse, Isaiah 30:2, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked it at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So that, modern day Egypt was America, Babylon the Great. It was modern day bondage. You so-called Negro, Latinos, y'all think y'all free. Y'all not free in America, Babylon the Great. You're still slaves without the whip. And these Edomite so-called white people devils, they trying to get you niggas back into slavery. Put y'all in these prisons, lock you up and have you back in them slave fields. That's what they want to do. That's what they trying. They trying to get you. They want to go back to doing that, but they're not gonna feel like I said they wicked agenda plans they have in plans not gonna feel they're gonna prosper. No, it's not gonna work. But like I say, you so-called Negro, Latino, Israelite, y'all keep trusting the so-called white man Esau to my devil, man. It's gonna backstab you in the end, because like I say, the so-called white man Esau to my devil, their kingdom and their world is gonna be destroyed, man, by Lord Yahweh Shai when he returns with the angels, so-called UFOs. And y'all put y'all trust in, this place, man. It's gonna be destroyed. The future of America, Babylon the Great, is nothing but death and destruction, man. That's all that's coming, man. Whole bunch of death and destruction, man. That's what's ahead. Ain't nothing good. Ain't nothing good coming, man. Like I said, man, you still got Jake still out here in that delusional mindset, party and one party bullshit, not take nothing serious. That's like the time in the days of Noah. They didn't take nothing serious back then. When Noah was warning them about, hey, the Most High gonna send a flood, upon them. If y'all don't, repent, get right, And when that rain came down, and the rain start coming down, the sprinkling, and start coming out sprinkling, then it start coming down harder and harder. Then you start seeing the water rise, and that's when they got like, wait a minute, what's going on? The water just kept raining, and then when they saw that rain, they saw the flood rise, they're like, oh, wait a minute now, it's too late, Noah got the ark built, ready to go, and like I said, that's what, with the apostles and the Elderberger and Mr. to teach the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai week in, week out. And, give you the truth on the internet, telling you, hey, you better repent and come to the way of the Lord Yahweh Shai, get out the mind frame of the America, Babylon the Great, because it's going to be destroyed, man. The Lord Yahweh Shai, he going to return the angels, UFOs, and he going to destroy this place by way of the laser beams and then the thermonuclear missiles, That's going to be the fire. At this time, this world, the second death, this world right here, and this rulership gonna be destroyed by fire, by the thermonuclear missiles, But Go from there. Isaiah 30:3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trusted shadow of Egypt your confusion. So the strength of Pharaoh, say, hey, this place gonna be to your shame, man. And I say, and you seeing some of you so-called Negro Latino natives, I say Northern Kingdom, y'all seeing, y'all got the, like I say, egg in your face right now because you seeing that these ICE agents, Trump put these ICE agents on you and taking you away from your from where you stay, taking you away, or your kids, or your siblings, or your loved ones. They get snatched up and taken to a detention center, or wherever they may take you. They're doing you wrong. It's doing you wrong. Or worse, or put you to death. And like I say, a lot of you, those that vote, a lot of you Latinos or whatever natives that did vote for Trump, y'all got egg on y'all face, man. Like I say, y'all looking at a disappointment. Like, man, this guy, he lied to us. He said he was gonna help us and this and that. So, I like to say, you keep trusting the so-called white man. Esau Edomite devil is your enemy. The Edomite, that red devil is your enemy. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites, which are the Israelites. The Edomites, so-called white people, red people, are your enemy. They're Caucasian. They don't give a F about you. They don't care about you, man. They don't care. I'm gonna say they don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you, man. Why y'all keep trusting this in someone that raped, robbed, and murdered your people back then? It's like y'all forgot. Y'all forgot that they ancestors and their people did this to your people, and you want to vote for this man, the cracker man, red man, Edomite devil. You want to side with the so-called white people, Edomites, and join hand, man. You join a hand these devils, you're gonna be destroyed with them. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that. Let's see. It's in my mind, but let's see. Look it up. Let's see. Go. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Let's see, so I'm typing in like this. Yeah, so this is Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites are saying, you join hand in hand with the so-called white man devil. They're not gonna go unpunished. They're gonna, Lord Yahweh gonna judgment and destroy them. You join along, you're alongside with them, you're gonna be destroyed with them. 2/3 of Israelites. Like I say, because the 144,000, the 1/3, the elect, or so-called Negro, Latino Israelites gonna be, I said, delivered. Those that ain't siding with the so-called white man, Esau Edomite devils, ain't bound down to this world, the ways of this world. Then eventually, like I say, once the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, once it become mandatory for you to buy and sell to function in society, you're gonna have those the elect and those that believe in Lord Yahweh not gonna take that. Not gonna take that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. But you're gonna have 2/3 that will. They're gonna side, they're gonna go along. You got some now that's voluntary taking and doing it, or promoting it, pushing it. So that's a head right there. that the RFID chip, which is MOTV. That's what's coming. That's what's ahead right there, man. This once this economy, this the way of this system, this economy set up right now, that with the the dollar still, you still pay with the paper dollar and debit cards. Once this crash, that's gonna be what it is. That's gonna be the new way of buying and selling, is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. You're gonna have to buy. If you ain't got it, you're gonna have to put it. You're gonna have it in your hand, right hand, forehead, whatever, to buy and sell. If you don't, like I said, they're gonna look at you as an enemy of the state, or you can say, look at you. Oh, you gotta, they not cooperating. They're gonna put you in a concentration camp. Those that refuse to do it. So that's what's coming, man. And I say a lot, and you're gonna have most of you 2/3, like most of the 2/3 gonna be women. I say women outnumber men. 2/3 of you women mainly gonna take it. Cause y'all gonna, y'all, most women they want they want comfort and protection. They don't like uncomfortability. For the most part, most women don't like uncomfortability. They don't want to be up in the woods or whatever, trying to survive. So you're gonna have most, like I said, 2/3 Israelite women taking it, and men too. But I say most of 2/3 are gonna be women, because I say women outnumber men. But reading the rest of Proverbs 11:21, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So I say 2/3. The elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites gonna be delivered. In these times. From the wrath and judgment of Lord Yahweh Shai. But I ain't want to make this too long. I'm gonna go back to let me see. Do I want to go back? If I read this again, Isaiah 30:3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust and shadow of Egypt your confusion. So y'all say a lot of you so-called Negro, Latino, Israelite are confused by what's going on. Like, why is this happening? I thought Trump was before us, helping us. No. That's that same red devil, white cracker you keep trusting in, and you keep getting the not the good end of the stick. Or you say, I say you're not getting the benefits or whatever, the help or whatever you're looking for. What Trump was saying that he was gonna promise you. It's all number of lies and deception in your face, and you keep falling for it. You keep falling for the Edomite so-called white devil tricks, man. But the elect ain't falling for it. The elect, the 1/3, the 144,000, excuse me, 144,000 not falling for it. Not falling for the tricks of the devil. We see it coming a mile away. Like, this bullshit. Don't trust in that. It's just like with the snake bite, the jab, right? A lot of you Negro, Latino natives ran to that shit. Put it in me. Y'all took that snake bite, man, jab, man. But the elect, so-called Negro, Latino, those, that listening to the Apostle Ellsberg, and Mr. Lord, that was, warning you, so-called Negro, Latino, it was like, hey, don't take that. Don't trust that. Don't trust that jab, that snake bite. Don't do it. You take that. You take that snake bite. You put your you stick your arm out and you want to. You're gonna see what happens. You take that jab. A lot of y'all took that jab, and you know what I'm saying. And most of y'all not here today. Or most of y'all got a long term illness or disability now that you can't reverse it. But I said I didn't want to make this too long. I'm gonna go to Isaiah 30:12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Excuse me. Read it one more time. Isaiah 30:12. Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Isaiah 30:13. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly at an instant. So yeah, you so-called Negro, Latino, Israelite that trust in this place, America, Babylon, where this place is coming down, man. It's like, what I'm saying, you seen that roof, it's cracking, what I'm saying, it's leaking, what I'm saying, you tell this roof gonna come down, but you Israelites, so-called Negro, Latinos, 2/3, y'all still in delusion, part of bullshit. Oh, it's all right, it'll be all right, it's not gonna fall, ain't nothing gonna happen. The roof come down, it's over with. That's what happened to America. That's what happened to America, Babylon the Great right now. This place is, this place is coming down, man. This place is done. This place is coming to an end. If you don't see it, you just, like I say, you meant to be destroyed in this place because you trust in it. You think this place will continue to go on, man. And what I'm saying, the sports and all this stuff, man. This place is done, bro. The sports and like what it used to be. The entertainment of it ain't what it used to be no more, man. It's fading. The excitement of, sports, where it may be, or, entertainment in general, it's just fading, man. The desire of it is fading. But like I say, you got those that just blind, they still partying, bullshit, getting high, whatever, Until, I say, the Lord Yahushua returns with the chair talk of your, excuse me. I'll say before that, when you got them, when this economy crash, and then the dollar and the debit cards and stuff like that don't work no more, and then I say this whole society just starts to collapse. People start going crazy. It's too late. And then like I say, Lord Yahushua return when the chariots suck on your foes, and and then like I say, the thermonuclear missiles gonna be shot towards America, Babylon the Great. Everything here you see gonna be burnt up and destroyed. So I didn't want to make this too long. So again, I like it by our praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash, to the apostles, elders, to the sisters and brothers, to the few Aqua sisters that do listen, keep the faith, and Yahushua keep fighting with us at Shalom.